My name is Bill Carns. I'm the chairman of the Nye County Republican Central Committee. I'm here to talk about some of the foundational issues behind why I, through direction of the NCRCC, went to perform a citizen's arrest on the Pahrump Town Board, 3 of the 4 members, on June 12th, 2012. There's a lot of misconception out there. There's some conjecture, there's some rumor. I'm here to clear that up. The Pahrump Town Board had on their schedule to repeal Pahrump Town Ordinance, or PTo46. PTo46 had to do with incorporating the town. However, that really doesn't have much bearing on why we were there. For incorporation, against incorporation, that's up to the voters of Pahrump to decide, to incorporate from a township to a city. The reason we were there was this: Pahrump Town Ordinance 46, PTo46, says specifically how it's to be repealed. It says that the Pahrump Town Board gives up their right to repeal PTo46. The only way to repeal PTo46 is to put it to a vote of the people per Nevada state law. They attempted to repeal PTo46, citing things such as their attorney, their private attorney, had an opinion that there were unconstitutional provisions within PTo46 and that state law already said how a town could incorporate into a city, so that the law was unnecessary and potentially illegal. All that very well may be true. However, there's only 2 ways to repeal PTo46. One is to put it to a vote of the people, such as PTo46 clearly states, or for the Pahrump Town Board to challenge the constitutionality of PTo46 and take it to a court with a judge of competent jurisdiction. After that judge would rule, they'd have to rule and then go through the entire appeals process. Once the final appeals process would be made, if it were ruled to be unconstitutional, then and only then, under the color of law, could the Pahrump Town Board repeal the ordinance. Part of that ordinance said that there will be no attempts at incorporation without a vote of the people of the town of Pahrump. Removal of PTo46 eliminates the requirement for a vote of the people. The Pahrump Town Board tried to appease with a resolution prior to voting on PTo46 that they would have a resolution stating that it would be the policy of the town board to not push incorporation without a vote of the people. That's a non-binding resolution. It took a simple vote to put in. It would only take a simple vote to remove, or it could remain on the books. The town board could violate it, and there are no penalties or repercussions. So essentially, it was icing on top of an empty cake. The repeal of PTo46 also would have to go by the laws of Nevada on how an ordinance is to be repealed. And there's 2 methods to that. The town of Pahrump, the town board, didn't go by either of those ordinances. They didn't go by either law to repeal the ordinance. So they violated not only the laws on how to repeal an ordinance, but they violated the law within the ordinance on how to repeal it, citing that their private attorney had an opinion that it was an unlawful law and potentially unconstitutional. The point being that there are 3 branches of government. There's a legislative branch, and the Pahrump Town Board is a legislative branch. There's an executive branch, that would be police departments, and out here in Pahrump be the sheriff's department, the district attorney, attorney general for the state, and then there's the judicial department, and that would be judges and courtrooms. The executive branch creates laws, the legislative branch creates laws, the executive branch enforces laws, the judicial branch interprets laws. Only a judge of competent jurisdiction, meaning one that has jurisdiction over the town board and town matters, can rule on constitutionality. The town board does not have any lawful way to possibly render a constitutional decision whatsoever. Their attorney could have had an opinion. The district attorney for the county of Nye could have had an opinion. The attorney general for the state of Nevada could have had an opinion. However, none of them are judges. None of them can make a ruling on constitutionality. The town board simply overstated all of their authority in repealing PTo46. We saw it coming as it was listed within their agenda for June 12, 2012. We sent them, the NCRCC Executive Board, sent them a letter letting them understand this, and citing PTo46, citing the provisions within Agenda Item 10, how they wanted to get rid of it, and citing numerous state laws. Additionally in there, we cited the law on citizen's arrest, we cited the law on the sheriff's duty to handle a citizen's arrest, and the district attorney's duty on how to prosecute that. There were no threats, as the town board would like to think. It's interesting. If somebody tells you, if you drive drunk, I will see to it that you end up in jail. Is that a threat? The answer is no. The situation here is, if you violate the law, I will see to it that the law is enforced. We didn't even go that far. We merely cited laws. We got a response back from their attorney, to which I responded on behalf of the executive board and the NCRCC, stating what I have told you here on the video. The reason that we got involved is we were asked to get involved by some of the members and some of the executive board. The executive board approved the letter and approved the measures. From there, we actually went to the town board. I also had phone calls with the town, one of the town board members. I also had a phone conversation the day prior to all of this with the town manager, who's not on the board, but town manager, to which they really only wanted to reinforce their own position on how they could get away with this, not listening to how they were about to violate the laws. We went to the town board and many people spoke on the law, the way to repeal laws, executive, legislative, and judicial authority, and also pointed out to them, I read a 3-minute prepared statement that was pointed out to the town board all of the laws they were about to violate. They could check with their attorney on that. In fact, the district attorney was outside. They could have recessed and spoken with him. They did none of that. They illegally took a vote, as we see it, to repeal PTo 46, at which point in time they really backed everyone in the audience up into a corner. There's normally about 30, 35 people that go to a town board meeting. There were over 200 at this meeting, and only about a dozen were supporting the town board in their illegal attempts to repeal this. The other 200 plus were in support of us, trying to get them to not repeal this law, this unlawful, the ordinance in this unlawful manner, pardon me. Once they backed us into a corner and made an illegal vote, that's when we tried to execute a citizen's arrest. We ended up going outside to sign complaints. Dozens of us went outside to sign complaints. When we did that, deputies from Nye County Sheriff's Office escorted those 3 town board members that I had announced they were under arrest out of the building and to their vehicles so they could leave. Once I found that out from the captain on the scene, the captain from the department on the scene, I then informed him, since they had let felony suspects go, in fact facilitated their escape, if you will, that I was officially unarresting them and turning this into a complaint for felony perjury. The violation of the oath of office in the state of Nevada is perjury. The way it works is they knowingly and willfully violated state law and PTo 46 in voting to repeal it. They knew that because they were so informed of that in many ways over several days. Once they made that decision and they repealed it, they voted to repeal it, they violated their oath of office, which states that they will uphold and defend all the laws within Nevada as part of their oath. Violation of the oath is an act of perjury. Perjury in the state of Nevada is a Class D felony, punishable by 1 to 4 years in prison and up to $5,000 in fines. That's what we attempted to arrest them for. It's now a criminal complaint in the hands of the Sheriff's Department and going to the district attorney. In fact, if PTo 46 is found to be unconstitutional and unlawful, the NCRCC will work actively to support its legal and lawful repeal. But illegal actions of elected officials against the law and against the wishes of the public for them to stay with the law and not violate it are reasons why the NCRCC acted, reasons why I stepped forth on behalf of the NCRCC to attempt to execute this citizen's arrest. We need to all be able to hold our public officials accountable. Trust in the government means that they will become rampant. We have that here. It's in different levels of government throughout the country. You may live in an area where you're so lucky that your officials actually uphold and defend the constitutions and uphold their oaths. Hopefully so. If not, we are doing a lot of research on how to go about handling this sort of thing, and we've got a lot of excellent minds guiding us on how to proceed with this endeavor through court for filing injunctions to enjoin the town board, and they very well may end up with some criminal complaints and some criminal charges that they may need to face. Thank you very much. My name is Bill Carns. Please leave any comments if it's available where this video is posted. And we look forward to serving the Republicans and the citizens of Nye County and hope to set a positive example for you.